Andrew Bowman with Bowman's Pro Turf, and I want to take a minute and talk about a question. And every once in a while we'll have somebody call in and say, hey, we're going to suspend our service for now because we have a friend who is going to take care of our lawn for us, which is fine. That's totally up to them. But we always try and make sure people are aware of the laws in the state of Indiana regarding fertilizer and pesticide use. Pesticide is anything that kills something else. So a pesticide includes insecticides, herbicides, rodenticides, fungicides. You have to be licensed to apply any of those products for hire on somebody else's property. So in the state of Indiana, if you're going to be using a pesticide, and somebody's going to pay you to use that pesticide on their property in whatever way, you need to be licensed by the Office of State Chemist here in the state of Indiana. If you're going to work for a company that is going to be using pesticides, they have to have a business license. And so there's a couple ways that you can go about doing that. First, you have to apply for the business license. Second, you have to actually have a license yourself. Now anybody can go in and take the test to become a registered technician. We call that an RT. But once they take the registered technician, you then have to have a category type license as well. So for us to do lawn applications, you have to have category 3B, which is turf grass management. So anybody applying pesticides on a lawn has to have a category 3B license to do that type of application for hire. If they don't have that type of license, they are technically breaking the law and can be fined per the Office of the State Chemist. So that's something to be aware of, because there's a couple different requirements that it takes for a person to get that license, pass the test, and then be able to legally apply products. The reason we care so much about this is because a lot of what we do, yes, it is safe when used properly and when you know what you're doing. If anybody just goes out, picks up the products that we're using and just applies them however which way they feel with no real background training or checks and balances in place, our industry as a whole can really hurt and suffer, and we want to protect that. You know, it's in not only our best interest as a business, but the best interest as the lawn care industry as a whole, to make sure that folks are following the proper laws and regulations. So in the state of Indiana, you must be licensed to apply a pesticide. I keep saying pesticide. People often hear the word pesticide and they think insects. Well, a pesticide is anything that kills something else. So a pesticide includes insecticides, herbicides, rodenticides, fungicides. You have to be licensed to apply any of those products for hire on somebody else's property. So if you are either doing business with us or you're doing business with somebody else, make sure that they have the proper licenses in place, because if they don't, and then they screw up something on your property or misapply a product, that's really going to come back, not only hurt them as an applicator, but it can also do a lot of damage to your own property as well. So that's just some advice we like to share with folks. Like I said, no hard feelings to any of our customers who maybe call in and say they have a friend doing it, but please do yourself a huge favor and make sure that they have all of the proper licenses and meet all the requirements by law here in the state of Indiana. Now, if you're in another state, different rules and departments kind of regulate pesticide use. I know Ohio has their own commission, Illinois has their own, but Indiana is the Office of the State Chemist. I'm going to link their website here in the bottom so you can kind of do your own research and you can see if the person you've hired is indeed licensed. And if they're not, ask them why, and kind of reach out and do some investigating. And like I said, it only hurts the industry if you hire somebody who's not licensed, because there's no telling where they're getting their information and how they learned what they're doing. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us an email. I'd love to answer any of your questions you might have. In the meantime, take care and thanks for watching.